Hey there guys, so I just noticed these lights are all new 5G smart lights, and look, see, they're on in the day, and then there's the old one there, not on in the day.
Really?
They're the old ones, right? They've got no light bulbs. They're in the process of changing them. If you have a look up, there is no light bulb in there.
Right, and
Okay, and then we just noticed this. Look at this fog. This is like, look at it. It's like purple.
dirty fog.
It looks like, oh my goodness. So it's quite hot. It's 9 o'clock, so there should be no fog left over. But there is fog. There's fog over there,
And it's right over there as well.
and it's right over. It's surrounding the whole town. And you know what we saw yesterday? Ash falling from the sky. No fire. The entire town. Wherever you walked, you were going to get covered in ash.
Kilometres and kilometres.
For
so
kilometres.
It wasn't just localised, was it?
It wasn't like, oh, we can't see the fire. There was no fire. It was in the middle of the city. There was no fire. And yet our entire bonnet of our car got covered.
And it was blowing across the road. So there's some still going.
There's some weird shit
There's some
going
really
on.
weird stuff. Now what's this?
Right.
Look at it straight up there, mate.
Straight up, yeah, we're looking.
So now we're in it, and it's really glary. I'm going to put my glasses on.
Yes, crazy.
Very glary. And when you're in it, it looks like normal white. The smog, look at that.
Yeah.
It looks like, fog. It looks like fog when you're in it. But then when you're away from it, it's dirty.
Yep, absolutely.
And isn't it funny? That's what James Herrera said years ago. It's like they call it dirty energy. That Wi-Fi is dirty energy. And Wi-Fi is now with the power. With
Absolutely.
the electricity grid that Wi-Fi now runs through.
My granddaddy, he's a qualified electrician and plumber, so I understand basically everything there is to know about that because I've been helping him, TAing for him for many a year. Anyways,
I got a picture of her when she was 6 months old passing, and I've got a picture of it. She was crawling flat out at five months old, and I've got a picture of her 6 months. She's passing a screwdriver to her granddad, who's wiring in
because at 6 months, a
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint. Because at 6 months old, I knew what size screwdriver you needed.
Well, it was either that or a lucky guess, because Poppy just said to her, like, obviously 6 months old baby can't talk or anything like that, but he said to her, I need the electric screwdriver, because it was a big, huge Stanley set, like 30 screwdrivers in it. He said, I need the electric screwdriver, the red one with a Phillips end, and she reached down and got the right one. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
She was destined to be an electrician.
I was destined to work on the tools. So I know a lot about power, and years ago, I think it was Jane Tandy or Deborah Tavares, talking about there being Wi-Fi in the light bulbs. I'm like, what you smoking? I'll take $5, right? I'm like, that's just not possible. I understand electricity. I couldn't wrap it around how that would actually work. Anyways, how does the Wi-Fi get there, right? Smart meters. Now, we've just worked a bit of stuff out. Smart meters are hooked in. They have what they call comms. Now, if you ever get a smart meter, you say no comms, right? It's a long story. We had a pay-as-you-go in Tassie, and we told them we don't want a smart meter at all. No way. They said, well, you can't be without power company.
Have electricity.
You can't have electricity unless you go smart. We're like, okay, well, isn't it linked to the Wi-Fi? And we said, we don't want to link to the Wi-Fi. They said, okay, you don't want comms. Yep. But we had to fight. We had to fight for them to not put it on there. And then the tenants that were in the house were like, we want the Wi-Fi connected. We're like, it's our house. And we said no.
Because once you get it on,
We can't get it off.
Never, ever get it taken off.
So the Wi-Fi, you have a Wi-Fi dish.
Like a modem thing.
You have a Wi-Fi dish on your roof, which is hooked into the power, and the power is basically a Wi-Fi modem, and then it's digital, and then that goes through your power lines,
And it tells the power company.
and it tells the power company how much power you use. Then now they're saying you have to get everything low emission, blah blah blah, all your white goods and house electronics and stuff like that. So they can tell how many times you do the dishes in your dishwasher a day. They can tell how many. You can tell how many times you use the microwave, and that'll be linked into your social credit system, because social credit score, because they're like, we microwaves are not good, so they can tell how much you use.
And then we were watching something yesterday because
Yep.
people were like, oh no, that's not possible.
And so that's how they get the Wi-Fi into the light bulbs, is because it's running through the electricity. Okay, what were you going to say, Mum?
Oh, the person we saw yesterday in America, where it's so hot,
Yeah.
it's like 50 something degrees. Even at night, it's like still doesn't get below
Unbelievable.
bloody 30, 40 degrees. And the whole family went to bed. They woke up in the middle of the night boiling.
They woke up. They set it at like 20 or 18 or 20 overnight. Now I think the systems they have in America are a bit different to Australia. We have a pump, which is like an air conditioner. It's like a long thing, but I think they have like central air or something in America, which means they've got like a
It'd
big
just
pump
go-
station that
yeah,
goes
yeah.
through the walls, like vent systems, like very industrial, which is heating and cooling. Anyways, this is not a very hot place, but they set it to 18, 20 degrees overnight, right? They woke up in the middle of the night and they couldn't believe they were so
Absolutely
hot. So they
boiling.
went downstairs and they saw that the thermos was at 30 degrees. The guy tried to turn it down back to like 25 or something. It wouldn't turn down. Right? He went to his neighbour. He's like, "Hey mate, I know it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but is your
Check
thermostat
your
doing
thermostat.
this?" He said, "Oh no, same thing, 30 degrees." You know?
And so then they said, yeah, well, we don't want anyone. But it doesn't matter what their reason is.
The point is that they went on to their computer and turned the aircon to 30. How can they imagine someone just watching your aircon going doop 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 and knowing that someone's changing your aircon? Imagine the loss of control over your life. You can't even decide what temperature your aircon's going to be. You can't decide. Now we had a big rainstorm in the car today, and I wish we caught it on camera, like in its pure form. But just talking about how in our little town, there's 2 towns in this area, and this one here that we're in today, this is Grafton, right?
It's a bit bigger town.
It's a bit bigger town. It's got the jacarandas. It's known as the town of the jacarandas, which is a tree, beautiful purple flowers. Anyways, we were just saying they've got a Tesla charging station in Grafton. No one has electric cars.
There's still cows on the road.
Yeah, no one has electric cars yet, right? So we're just saying, like, people, and this is linked in with other things we're saying. Sorry, my brain is about to explode. So what they've done in Australia, I don't know how it is. New South Wales is like so bad at the moment. If you don't check in, they are making you go, "Oh, did you check in with your phone? Okay, show it to us." Right? Or some places say, "Oh, you can't check in with the paper anymore." So I'm boycotting those places, basically because I can't get in. But either way, so what they're going to do is they're going to say to people, all these old timers or all these people like me that are rebels going, "I don't have a phone, I'm not going to check in like that." They'll go, "Okay, no worries. We're going to send every single person a little phone or a dongle or a watch or whatever, and it's going to have your credit card details, it's going to have your driver's license, it's going to have your Medicare, which is, I don't know, it's our national health care. It's going to have all of your information on that, and then it's going to have your ability to check in, right? And this is what it's going to be like, because that's what we're seeing. And then what we're seeing is that I don't know, Europe, they have like car sharing where there are these like cars that don't belong to anyone, they just belong to this company, and you pay.
Push bikes, didn't in cities,
push bikes in cities. Same thing as cars in Europe. You have the dongle, and you can just open the car and it starts for you. Although it's not your car, you just rent the right to use a car whenever you want to. Anyways, they're going to do that in Australia, like no one owns anything. And it's going to start with electric cars, right? And then you're going to have like the whole town has a certain amount of cars, and you go to work in the morning, and you don't own the car, you drop it at work, and someone else might take it to go get lunch, right? No one owns anything. And then that's going to be hooked into a social credit system. So this is back to the little dongle they're going to give you, or a watch or whatever
that
belongs to you, and it has only your information on it. And if you go to get in the car in the morning, you'll go, "Dunk, you want to get in the car to go to work, and it says either you haven't been vaxxed, you haven't done this, you had an appointment you were meant to go to and you missed it, your social credit system score has gone below this amount. Right. Am I ranting too much, or is it actually
perfect.
interesting?
And I think also, if you go to get in with your personal dongle, and say for instance you work Monday, Tuesday.
Yep.
Well, you go to get in the car on a Wednesday because you want to go shopping, and it'll come up and say to you maybe why are you getting in the car, and you say, well, I've got to go to work, and it says, we just say something, like, oh, you just got to go to work. Well, no, you don't work Wednesdays, you only work Monday, Tuesday. And then you'll say, well, let me think, what's the next reason I can leave the house? I want to get groceries. And I go, but you only went to the grocery shop after you went to work yesterday, because everything is tracked and traced. Everything you do is
Everything's going to be hooked into everything.
On the dongle is tracked and traced. The car is tracked and
traced. The dongle is our idea. This is our theory.
This is our idea.
That's our theory.
And when you walk into your house, what are you going to use? A beeper. Your dongle is going to let you in the house, and no one else can get your house. How safe do you feel?
Oh, I love that.
So safe. Only my dongle can let me in my house. It's so safe.
Yep.
But it's also hooked into the power, because you can't get in the house without power.
Yep.
And you can't get in the house without your dongle. Lose your dongle, can't get in your house. Maybe if the police are looking for you for some reason because they saw you on a facial recognition without your mask on, you won't be allowed in the house. So you've got to go to the police station, maybe get cleared, get a fine or whatever, and then they'll probably press a button and say, yep, now you can get back in your house.
If anyone
this shit is gonna happen.
If anyone's watched the TV series, I watched a couple of episodes of this TV series called Continuum. Ooh, XYJT. Okay, if anyone's ever watched a TV series called Continuum, about this girl that was in like 2065 and then ended up having to go back to 2015. Anyway, in the beginning of the show, she's on a train and she's like a cop, right? But no one, it's all plain clothes. Anyway, this guy comes up on her, she's got like contact lenses on, but it's all electronic. And it tells her, oh, this guy committed a crime. And she has like this little like it looks like a little gun that you have like a little needle on the end, and she pricks him with it, and it starts getting painful. He says, oh, that really burns, it really burns. And she's like, it'll get more painful until you go to the police and get what you need to get done.
Really?
So if you need to get arrested or something, so they don't even arrest, but they just like, oh, got ya, and you're going to take yourself, you're going to go and admit yourself because they're causing you pain, or they're not letting you in the house.
That's really working for the wrong fella. You're supposed to be working for freedom of choice, which is our Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ.
Absolutely, he died on the cross to give us freedom,
yeah,
to give us
but
choice.
Now they're forcing us, which is the D-man,
And I heard someone say the other day that the devil is the god of this world, of Earth.
Yes.
He owns the Earth, right?
Yes,
so
we didn't really think
we can't say, oh, he doesn't have, they don't have the right to do this.
He doesn't have dominion over the land. Well, he does.
He does. He has dominion over us while we're here,
And
but we have dominion over our choice.
Over our choices, hello.
That's it.
Beautiful. So, say no to everything. My dad said that to me once when I was young. He goes, why do you just say no to everything? And I go, I don't know. Well, now I do know.
Protest everything. Say no to everything.
Everything the government wants to bring out, we have to say, no, we don't want that. Even if we don't understand it. We're like, oh, but if that's going to protect the kiddies, then let's do that. That's really good. The government doesn't care about
Why do we put microchips in all the kiddies so if they get kidnapped?
Oh, then we can't lose our little... Oh, that's such a good idea. Yeah, let's do that.
Yep, exactly.
Right.
I had another point. But anyways, this is getting deep. Protest everything. The QR code, I think, is the mark of the beast, which is going to be hooked into the vaccine.
Yeah,
this is all hooked in now. We made a massive discovery the other day, and now I don't care about being blocked or anything. It's only 5 people watch my channel anyway, so it's like, oh, don't use the word this and don't use the word that. It's going to kill your algorithm. It's like, no one watches my channel anyway. I just rant in front of the camera. But if you have watched the videos with people who have just taken the vax, and right where they've taken the vax on their arm, they can put a spoon there and it'll stick there, right?
That's for the next episode.
Coming
Let's
soon.
Talk about let's talk about that next time.
Okay, so we're almost home and we're gonna go make brekkie. We haven't eaten yet, and we've got a cute little fluffy dog just there. All right, thank you for watching. Mwah.